Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of Bog Nar and Oozarian Bog Nar from the Warlords of Wor and Battle Tribes. Now, if you don't know who Bog Nar is, that's okay. But if you're into the indie toy scene like I have been, then you'll know exactly who this is. And these figures are incredibly cool. They utilize the Glyos system, and if you remember things like socket poppers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Those toys where parts can interchange between each other. And Bog Nar has become one of my all-time favorite characters. I have grown such a love for this guy. These little 3-inch figures are incredibly cool and a ton of fun, and I am already hooked. So what are we waiting for? Let's take a closer look at Bog Nar and Oozarian Bog Nar. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Bog Nar and Oozarian Bog Nar. I cannot begin to describe how excited I am to have these two little figures. These are incredible. Now, if you've never heard of Bog Nar, you should be ashamed of yourself. Bog Nar is such a cool indie character. He's kind of a throwback between like Swamp Thing and the Masters of the Universe world kind of barbarian-like characters, but he's so very cool, and I'm very excited to have these two figures. And these two figures actually utilize the Glyos system. Now, if you guys never heard of the Glyos system, it's pretty much a mix and match of interchangeable parts utilizing a peg and socket system. So if I take a look at Oozarian Bog Nar real quick, you'll see what I mean. So pretty much anywhere there's a type of joint or a swivel, you can pull it apart just like so. And you can see how the peg works like that. You can even pull off this arm right here, and you will see that. What's great about each one of these figures, we actually do get a total of 21 pieces for each individual figure. So you get a lot of bang for your buck, and you can take all those pieces and mix and match them together to make different types of things. So that's very cool. So Oozarian Bog Nar right here, I actually picked up from Spy Monkey Creations. Spy Monkey Creations is a really cool website that make their own indie toys. That's all very cool, and I've actually picked up some of their weapons stuff for their Masters of the Universe compatible line. Those are all very fun. So let's take a look at this Bog Nar real quick. So this is Oozarian Bog Nar. He's done and supposed to be like this slime muck type of look. So I think if you got some slime and you could put him with that, and I think he'll fit in really cool, and you could have a lot of fun with something like that, which works out very nice. So I dig that. So this translucent green just looks fantastic. It does utilize some paint, some nice lime green paints and whatnot, even some dark greens right there for the belt and whatnot. Nice yellow eyes. You can see he has these kind of like vine markings and whatnot, even some spots on the shoulders and whatnot, all very cool. Just a very cool little fun sculpt. Again, everything can be pulled apart like so, and you could take it off and mix and match with different parts, which I think is awesome. We have his weapon right here. I believe this is called the Techno Shears. I think that's what it's called. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. But it's still pretty sweet to get all these, so I like this quite a bit. So if you can want to mix and match it with something else from Glyos, you can actually take, say, this little vine arm off like so. And I have this little piece right here also from Spy Monkey Creations, little weapon set. So I just made this little spiked arm thing. So you can actually take this off and put that on there like that. And then you have something like that. So I think that works out pretty cool. So now you can give him some like spiked arm thing, just wail on people. I think that's pretty rad. That is so very cool. So what's cool about each individual figure is that we do get a ton of extra parts to basically make other base characters. So first we got the Necroid. Now the Necroid is almost like a zombie type of barbarian-like character, something that would also fit in with the Masters of the Universe kind of style, and that's a very cool sculpt and a very cool design. We also get the Null Warrior. Now, the Null Warrior is a type of like ocean creature, kind of like merman in that kind of particular way. You can see he has more webbed fingers and hands and like that, and a more aquatic like face. And I love the head sculpt of that face. I think that it looks really, really cool. Such a great addition to this line. And of course, we get Bog Nar. Bog Nar, in my opinion, is such a very cool character. I love the design of that. He's just very awesome, such a throwback, and I love that they put Bog Nar in this smaller scale line utilizing the Glyos system. Now, what's cool about Bog Nar, he just had his 5th anniversary last year, and I actually drew a picture of Bog Nar because I was, again, such a fan of the design. It's such a classic throwback. Like I said, Swamp Thing mixed with Masters of the Universe, and I just had to do something special to commemorate the 5th anniversary of Bog Nar. So again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me at ArtLife82 for lots more of my art. Alright, now we're going to take a look at BioGlow Bog Nar. Now, this is the one that when I finally saw, because I've actually been following Spy Monkey Creations and the Warlords of Wor for quite some time now, a good number of years, pretty much since they started. Shout out to Pixel Dan, because he's the one that got me turned on to all those. But when I saw this, I was instantly sold, because I have never actually owned any of these types of figures before, with the exception of those weapons. But the reason why this is so cool, I mean, first of all, this is a glow-in-the-dark figure. If you're anything like me, especially as a kid in the 80s and the 90s, everything about a glow-in-the-dark figure was just so much fun and so much epicness that I absolutely loved it. So if you turn off your lights, boom, you have a really sweet and brightly glowing Bog Nar. That's such a cool look. I love that they did that. The material that they use is so perfect. You just get a really nice vibrant glow, and I absolutely dig that. But again, why I was so sold on this one, well, take a look at this. Now, if you see this guy, what he is, he's a throwback or an homage to this guy, BioGlow Swamp Thing. Now, why is BioGlow Swamp Thing such a cool thing? Well, for me, first of all, it's Swamp Thing. This old run from Swamp Thing toys was just incredible in my opinion, and I'm sure all of you had at least one Swamp Thing figure. But for me, this was my personal favorite Swamp Thing figure, because he glue in the dark. That's really cool. So if you look at these two figures side by side, you see what I mean. They're all molded in that glow-in-the-dark material, but then they have this like brighter green dry brushing or airbrushing from the top going to the bottom like that. You can even see the weapon. The weapon is done in that brownish color of the handle to make it look like wood, and then the top of the weapon is actually glow-in-the-dark as well. So it was just very, very cool that they decided to go this route and give us a BioGlow Bog Nar in inspiration by the BioGlow Swamp Thing. So for me, again, my favorite Swamp Thing figure of all time, in an homage in Bog Nar form in the Warlords of Wor / Battle Tribes. So that was just very, very cool. So let's take a look at the articulation real quick. So the head does rotate just like so. Arms can go full 360. You rotate at the wrist. You can swivel at the waist just like so. The legs can kick forward and backward and rotate at the boot. Even this thing on the back right here, you can spin that along just like that. But again, anything that that comes apart like this, you can take apart and put on something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some of the other pieces from the BioGlow Bog Nar. So like we'll put on that head like so, and then we'll take let's see, we'll get that more thin hand like that. So you can get that on there like so. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna get the BioGlow Bog Nar and take off his boot and put it right there. So I get that in just like so. So, and you can just mix and match with cool things like that, which I think is so rad. And that's the really fun thing about this particular line. You can pretty much make anything you really like. And you know, these figures come in an array of color schemes and colorways. There's red ones, blue ones, purple ones, pink ones, tiger stripe. There's all kinds of different versions. But it's so very, very cool to actually get these in hand. So just playing around with them, I've been having so much fun, honestly. a lot more fun than I really thought, because I said I've been kind of hesitating to pick this line up, to pick up any of them, because I wasn't really sure how much I was going to like them. I've always admired the look and the playability, again, with mixing and matching your parts. I always just thought was really, really sweet. Again, such a very cool and fun look. So if you can, again, hit up the Warlords of Wor, follow them on Instagram, hit up Battle Tribes and Spy Monkey Creations on Instagram. These are just a ton of fun, and I think you would absolutely love them. And now this guy is a C2E2 exclusive. He has been since sold out. There was a limited release on the website for Warlords of Wor. He is sold out online. So the only way to pick him up right now is going to be at C2E2. If he does sell out at the show, they are gone for good. But he said if there are any left from the show, he'll put whatever's left on the website, so you might still get a chance online. And this guy over here, the Oozarian Bog Nar, he's a part of Battle Tribes. So if you head over to Battle Tribes, you can pick him up, and you can see all the other characters from this awesome line. Same thing, utilizing that Glyos system. So if you can snag both these guys, I highly recommend them, because they are totally epic, and they are definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. Also for comparison, here's BioGlow Bog Nar standing next to BioGlow Swamp Thing. And just for fun, here they are standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the BioGlow Bog Nar and Oozarian Bog Nar from the Warlords of Wor and Battle Tribes. Now overall, these are just really fun toys. That's the bottom line. They have great sculpts, they're really cool characters, fun paint apps, lots of interchangeability, and decent articulation. But the fact that you have a glow-in-the-dark version and a clear plastic version just hits me right in the feels. I feel like such a big kid again playing with these awesome little action figures. Combining them with other characters from the line has got to be epic, and I cannot wait to get more. These are just, again, really fun figures, and I highly recommend them. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.